Okay. Hi, Andrius.
Hey
So,
Inga.
welcome everybody to the call. My name is Inga, and today actually, okay, we're having Andrius on a call, Andrius Zukauskas, and we will be speaking Lithuanian because most of you viewers are speaking both languages. So I'm so excited to have Andrius on the call today because I know he has some tips to share while he's traveling, right?
Oh, absolutely. My pleasure to be part of this call and this interview and this conversation.
Interview. It's nice to see you. I know you in the Norway currently. I believe we met like what, 4 years ago? Three
Yeah, I
years?
think we're maybe 3, 4 years ago in Chicago, right?
I believe. Yeah, we met in Chicago. I remember that party, like that we really got to know each other that you invited to. I remember clearly that day.
I think we even met before in one of the fashion shows.
Yeah, that's what we met originally. But I think the place where really I think our like friendship, I would say,
Yeah,
started.
friendship grew to a new level, right?
We took it to the next level. It's being in the party. So now I know that you work full time, right? And you travel at the same time. So
Correct.
I would love you to share with people because we love sharing what we learn, right? So
Oh,
just
absolutely.
tell people like how do you keep that balance, like work and workouts and healthy eating and being, how do you manage all of this? What are your secrets?
Oh, yeah, actually, there is no secret. First of all, it starts with the mindset. That's the key. It starts in your head, and when you know why you're doing and what you're doing, it's much easier to follow through. So in my mind, my biggest goal is to have energy. When we met maybe 3 4 years ago, that what was lacking, and I really start doing more research and to be productive, to be efficient, to be healthy. There is no magic pill. There is no magic pill or some secret source where something gonna happen overnight. It just I would say just consistency and compound effect of a lot of things. So in my case, I try to stick with my routines. Ideally, I'm trying to go sleep around the same time, and I'm trying to wake up at the same time, because sleep is one of the keys, and the rest is one of the keys. And other than that, I usually start my mornings with a glass of water. I start my mornings, with some kind of reading, meditation, and then body movement. And I'm not trying to overkill it, because I used to be a basketball player, and as being competitive, it's sometimes it was hard for me because I was looking, that competitive edge, and I was trying to look for extra, some extra competition, to be the best, to be better, to be more. Trying to to compete or make some Olympic team or something. I'm just looking at this as a process, as a long term, and I'm trying to establish routines and follow through what I want to do in the long run. What I want to do, consistently for next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So I would say my tip is, do less, but do consistently, and do almost every day. Try to do every day, because even it's going to be like a 10, 15 minutes, some body movement, some kind of workout. Over 10 days it's going to be 150 minutes. In 20 days it's going to be 300 minutes, versus where a lot of people, I think, struggle, where they just want to be, just get in shape, or be healthy, and they're gonna go to a gym few days, for a few hours, and they're gonna burn them out, and then they're gonna leave it for a few months or so. So it's all about small adjustments. um, in terms of eating, sometimes it's it's harder to stay on top of your diet, especially when traveling. Even when I'm back home, it requires consistently. So I'm trying to stick with healthy options. I'm trying to eat clean food as much as I can, and I'm also trying. I'm implementing some nutritional systems which I've been using for the past about 3 years, which just helps me to have good nutrition on the go, or just any time that I need something quick, and I know I can rely on that. I see myself as a sports car, and I try to put the best fuel I can. So that's kind of my approach.
Yeah, I
Does
know.
that?
I do love nutrition. We get that. We love that nutrition, what we do, because that's what fuels up throughout the day. High five on that one. And you said, like, just say to people, you work full time, right?
Yes.
So, and you said you still wake up in the morning and you work out. Most people barely can get up in the morning to go
Yeah.
to work. And you said you still find, how do you do that? Like, what you think is the secret, be it not secret, but what do you think fuels you up besides mindset?
Yeah. It's a funny story that when I was a little bit younger, when I was playing basketball competitive, and usually in a preseason we used to have condition camps, and we would have those morning workouts. And at my freshman year at college, we used to have about 3 weeks of training where we had 6:30 in the morning practices, and I hated them because I was never used to wake up early. And then at the next season, we had our coach, and he started doing the 6 a.m. I was like, what the hell, And at my senior year, I transferred to our school, and for my senior year, 5 in the morning. But like I used to hate that because like even I couldn't wake up. Like even I woke up, I would just go and I would be almost like sleeping. So I used to be a later riser. And I mean, to wake up early was an issue for me. And honestly, I think it's the most of it is mindset, because when I was looking at that, I have to wake up 5 in the morning. You're putting almost negative thoughts to that. So naturally, it's going to be hard for you to do that. And I would say, mindset shifted, because I knew that I have to, implement some kind of workout or some kind of body movement in my schedule. And sometimes it's hard to do during a work day, or if especially if you're doing multiple projects. Sometimes time flies, and next thing you know, it's a nighttime, and I just can't work out before sleep, because then I have a hard time to fall asleep. So morning was something where I could squeeze in, and then I just said to myself that I have to do it, and it started with a mindset, and it was not overnight success, step by step, but first of all, I know why I'm doing this, and over time I just developed a habit, and actually I enjoy it. Like I feel the biggest motivation is that I know that majority of the people, they can't wake up in the morning, or they didn't do that for one or another reason. So that's like an extra motivation for me, and being competitive, or an extra edge for me is extra motivation.
So once again, it looks like it goes down to ikigai. It's Japanese concept of reason for being. So exactly reasons why you're doing it, what you do, right? Why you getting up in number morning, why you finding that time to fuel yourself up, right? And
Absolutely.
again, like you in a different country, right? So food might be a bit different. Is this correct? Like how different is it between you Lithuanian, right? You lived in America for how many years now?
I think maybe 13, 14 years.
Same as I did. So what's the difference? Like, can you see the difference in Norway? You're in Norway right now, right? But then you'll be traveling to the rest of the Europe, and we'll keep it a secret for now. People can watch you on, how you call your journey?
It's called Freedom Tour.
Freedom Tour, exactly, Freedom Tour. So people can watch your tips and the things you do throughout the journey. But since you just started, like what you can say so far, how Norwegian food, I would say, is different from America?
Um, well, what I'm noticing is much less, fast food options. And in Norway right now, we're staying, in a family setting, so it's more homemade food. And the parents, the family, they try to spoil you.
Of course.
So, so sometimes it's harder, So I ate some, I guess, not necessarily the same food I would eat back home all the time, but I let myself to enjoy, but at the same time, I counterbalance. So I'm trying to find options that relevant for me, and just greens, lean meats, some oats. I think these kind of products are common, but in general, like comparing to the States, I would say, first thing that just top of my head, it's much more convenient and fast food options versus here. It seems that people, cook more at the home.
Then eat out. Makes sense.
Yep.
And people are healthier in general. I don't know if it's the right way to ask, but Norway, for me, I look like it's a country of salmon. Everybody should eat like seafood, like fish. Is that right? Is that what it is?
Time we're in Oslo or around the Oslo, I would say in any metropolitan city,
Mhm.
people are more active, more fit, I would say, in general. But as we also spent some time in the outskirts of Oslo, it's not like maybe like a 20, 30 minutes away. What I'm noticing that a lot of people just walk, jog. They do this. I'm not sure exactly how it's called, but it's kind of like the skiing on rollers.
Oh,
So I'm
yeah.
not sure exactly what's the name of that. I don't know, like a roller skiing or something like that. So it's pretty much like the skis with the wheels, and people just use the sticks to kind of push themselves. I saw a lot of a lot of people just outside in nature, and currently it's about 12 to 16 degrees of Celsius.
Pretty cold.
Just doing different activities. And not far away from us, there's like a kindergarten and a school for. I didn't see anybody elder than 14 years old, and kids are exposed to the nature, to outside activities, and that's one thing what kind of struck me the most too. That it seems that all the kids are active, running around. They have a lot of outside, I would say, outside gyms where they have even kind of lifting stuff, as well as just different setups for exercising. And yeah, like every day I see a lot of kids outside, and
I saw you
that,
doing that, the workouts. I
yeah.
love it with like logs, and it's amazing how the country uses natural resources of wood and turn it in a gym. This is really, really cool, I think. Like
Oh
some
yeah. And
that's something new, I think, that I
yeah,
never.
and especially being outside, you're getting extra sun. It just different
Of course. I see. The other, I think you were froze for a second. My screen froze for a second. Uh, and I know you uh, incorporate intermittent fasting. My question is, do you do that while you travel, or you can't? Just because you just cannot do it.
No, we do. And since I'm just first week in Europe, I'm skipping this week, but I'm gonna be back on track next week. I usually do my intermittent fasting where, well, I do a few protocols. Sometimes I'm implementing 14 to 16 hours
Fast.
fasting, and then I do like 8 hours just feeding phase. And I also do 1 or 2 days, 24 hours or 48 hours, nutritional cleansing fasting. So, I'm adjusting to those, but both of those protocols work.
You froze again. Oh, I think
Uh,
my internet or something. I didn't
okay.
hear the last piece, but I hope it's been recorded. We're gonna see if not, sorry people, sorry technical difficulties, reality, not rehearsed. This is how our life is. We don't rehearse it, we live it,
Yeah, we just go by flow.
Exactly. Okay, Andres, so I think anything else you want to share with people and give any kind of tips for anyone who's traveling, who wants to stay energetic, who's working full time, and how to find those reasons? Do you want to share anything else?
Sure, sure, sure. So, if you're traveling, if you're on the road, uh, I'm not sure, what kind of activities, what's your, routine when you're in a kind of stable environment or in more one place environment. But I would, I would suggest to mimic what you do at home, do on the road as much as you can. Sometimes, but planning is the key. So where to traveling ahead of a time most of the times. Just see those window pockets. So if it's early flight or if you don't have much time, if you have like layovers, you can just do like a stretching, like a small exercises even in an airport, just to get that blood going. For food, same thing. Plan ahead. You can add some healthy snacks so you can avoid airport food. I hate airport food because
I wanted to
it's
ask, do you eat
yeah.
for food?
No, I don't, because usually it's not even about being overpriced, but it's hard to find healthy options.
But it
And
is. Let's be honest, it is overpriced. It's like
oh
what,
yeah, it's
like seven
yeah.
currency money, whatever country it is. It's still gonna be like way overpriced than a regular food. Sorry, continue.
Regardless, yeah, it's regardless. Yeah, absolutely, it's overpriced and it's hard to get healthy options. So I always pack pack something ahead of the time. So that's another tip.
Give us some ideas. What do you pack?
From Whole Food, just it can be like a nuts. It can be some maybe seeds, some healthy bars. I pack with some shakes and some veggie extracts, and yeah, that's about it. Also, water, but water I usually get a tap water or I buy water. The hydration is one of the key things, because usually when we're traveling we're forgetting to hydrate ourselves.
Hmm.
And another key thing is in traveling, we're being exposed to so many, bacteria and viruses and everything. So pre-trip inspection, get extra vitamins. On the airport, just get hands washed and drink a lot of fluids. That's few short tips. And if you ever wanna get ask more, feel free to reach out to me. I'll probably gonna come up with some more.
There is maybe a specific brand, that you can tell people exactly, what you like, so people can reach out to you and you just can share what is it, especially, that you do. Yeah. Where you can, and I know that you have your own kind of like a side project that you're working on. Is that correct? The
Yeah, yeah.
be a human? Is that
Yeah, be a human is more like kind of my brand. It's I take holistic approach in life, and be a human is more that your existence is kind of mind, body, soul. So just same, like it's not only about eating, it's also about your mindset, and it's also about soul. So it's combination of everything. There is no shortcuts. It's not enough just eat healthy or just read books. Or it's not for everything. It's also about executing. And I think mind, body, soul is complete holistic approach to your life. So that's what I'm trying to to implement in my life. I've been doing this for a while, and I'm teaching and sharing with others.
nice? Nice, Andrus. Very nice talking to you. So I really appreciate your time. I hope all the viewers who's been watching, listening, tuning in, got some tips. So once again, I really enjoyed your call. really enjoyed talking to you, my friend, and looking further, working together as a good people sharing what we learned already in our lives.
Absolutely, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.